Going for a walk. 3:30 in the morning. Not something you can do in the UK. Not walking around with a camera. Let's get to the stage where it's not safe in the daytime. Someone's got the music on. Something's still going. Yeah, you couldn't do this in the UK. Walk around with just your shorts on and your crocs. Right, which way shall I go? Beach. Right, best way to it. Oh, there we go, the gimbal's going to play up now. Can't like the weather. Not the only one up. Right. Which way shall I go? Can they hear voices? Quite a few people out. God, I didn't go that way. I've got the sprinklers on. Giving the grass a good old wet. I sure need a drink over here. Camera switched off. Oh. Cockroach. Yeah, get out of it. I think we've got the beach to ourselves. Police. That's good to know that they're out and about. You'll see them about. I think the police over here are great. And I hate coppers. Yep, not a bother, look. Just carry on, they do. English coppers, what you doing out this time of night? You know, like if you're on a curfew or something. Having a bubble. In fact, would you even see a copper at night in the UK? I don't even see them in the daytime. Oh, gimbal's going on a walkabout. What are you searching for? I don't know what it's doing. Got mind of its own, this gimbal. Where are you? There you all are. Yeah. A picture. Yeah, gimbal's playing up. You meant to lock it onto your face, but I suppose the Bluetooth on it ain't working. Yeah, I feel safe walking around here. Like I say, you couldn't do it in the UK. No, not with a gimbal and a phone. You'll have some bikers coming past me, just ripping it out your hand. You know, I'm sure there's crime over here like there is everywhere else, but I've never seen it. I've never heard anyone saying they've had the phone nicked or any other crime. I've heard things going missing from rooms. You know, I'm not saying they exaggerate or anything. You know, crime is everywhere, isn't it? But the UK at the moment, well, it's just getting worse. You know, you can't even walk in the towns and the cities without getting stabbed. But here, it's all right. It's relaxing. Like I say, you couldn't walk 3:30 in the morning, not without a few beers in you. You'd freeze your nuts off. But out here, it's okay. That's what I like about Ventura. It's a lot breezier. It's windier. And we've got some lads coming down. They've probably been out for a pint or two. But I got no concerns. I'm not going to turn around thinking, oh, there's two lads coming. Not like you would in the UK. Yeah, a couple of young'uns. But yeah, it's good here. Just a shame it died to death in like COVID-19. A lot of business gone bankrupt. So a lot of the places are closed, and it's nowhere near as busy as it used to be. Although I'm not going to complain at that. Not soaking wet there. Putting the sprinklers on. That's why I'm walking on the road. Dogs are still on my mind. So I'll come over here, but not to forget them. Just to get out of the place, really. You never forget your dogs. I don't. I mourn more for a dog than I do for a human being. You know, my mum died, what, 14 years ago? Yeah, I had a good cry and a good sniffle. You know, I loved her. But, yeah, she's gone now. But me dogs, takes me years to get over. Yeah, crazy. But I was walking through Newton Abbot once, and a young girl was doing a survey. Well, there's quite a few of them out. I said, I don't do surveys. She said, it's only one question. If there was a life-threatening situation and you had to save an animal or a human, which would you save? I said, the animal. And then walked off. About 10 minutes later, she caught me up. She said, excuse me. I said, no, I've done your survey. And she goes, no, it's got nothing to do with the survey. She said, everyone said a human being, but you said an animal. Just curious why. It's got nothing to do with the what's it? The survey. I said, well, dogs never shit on you. Never fee from you, never lie to you, never cheat on you. And they'll stand there and they'll fight for you. And if they have to, they'll give your lives up for you. I said, a human being won't do that. I said, so that's why I'd save an animal before a person. She goes, what if it was a child? I said, I'd switch off. That child one day will grow up to be an adult. So I don't look at children as innocent as a lot of people do. Because every murderer, every thief, every crook, every paedophile, every other bastard in this world will want children. So I switch off from, oh, it's just a child. No, it's not a fucking child. Bin Laden was a fucking child. Hitler was a child. So, I'm not saying I wouldn't help a person. You know, I saw someone drowning, and I'm not just going to sit there and film it. Well, I might do, get the contents for it. But no. Of course I'd help a person. What's wrong with this gimbal? Come on, play up. Yeah, I'd help a person, of course I would. But I'd soon stop helping you if an animal needed help. You know, most people would leave an animal to save a person if it was the same situation. You know, we're all different, aren't we? I'm nearly back at the complex. So I mean, it's a short distance to the beach, this place. And then town. Town is just behind me, which is not far. In fact, I might have a cup of coffee and then go through the gardens. There again, I hear a load of voices, and as I'm not a people person, I don't think I bother. Yeah, it's good that the police are around, keeping an eye out, doing what they got to do. Like I say, in the UK, you don't see them in the daytime, let alone at night. Yeah, so there's my room, just there, and that is the sorting office, and then that is the coach park, which gets busy, but you don't hear it, not even when you sat on the back balcony. It doesn't bother me. Even if I lived here, it wouldn't bother me. You just get used to it. Right, I'm home, or what I call home anyway. It is like home, it's that comfortable. Is that reversed, is it? Can't even see it. Where are we? Yeah, anyway, gonna go and have my cuppa.